Hextall, he's been extremely hot as of late. 21 wins on the season. He'll be in goal for the Islanders. Fly Southwest Airlines, it's just plain smart. Our officials for tonight's game, the referee will be Andy Van Hellemond. We haven't seen much of him as of late. The linesmen Brian Murphy and Pat DePuzzo.
So Andy Van Hellemond, probably the best referee in the league, a 46-year-old and nearing the end of his officiating career, dropping the puck between Jim Montgomery and Travis Green. And the Blues control. Here's Zombo at the defense to Barron. Now on the left wing, it's Montgomery with Hall and Miller shooting the puck in. Hextall clears to the corner. Miller leaves it there, and Travis Green has it. He's on with Brad Delgarno and Marty McInnes. Up the right wing to Delgarno. Now Kasparaitis, number 11, up from the defense, flips the puck in off Zombo into the corner in the Blues zone. Now behind the net, Blues take possession. Miller's pass kept in by, or rather Barron's pass kept in by Kasparaitis. Now the Islanders, Green with a puck. He'll give it off to McInnes, far side for Chance moving in from the point. He'll play it behind the net for Delgarno, near corner now for Green. He wheels it behind the goal. It's centered. McInnes, good chance. Oh, the shot goes high over the net. And the puck slapped behind the net by Marty McInnes, and the Blues take over. Kevin Miller passed too far for Hull. Kasparaitis sends the puck back into the Blues end. Both teams are changing. Here's Zombo circling, waiting for his teammates to come on the ice. Now a pass ahead. Korolev over the line. Wrist shot. Hextall a save. And Bozan unable to reach the rebound. Back the other way. Derek King up the left wing over the line. A shot off the side of the net. In the corner, Crossman and Korolev battle for the puck. It goes behind the Blues net. Crossman playing for Brett Hedican, who is scratched, can't clear it out. King keeps it in, but Crossman feeds it ahead, and it's center ice. The Blues on the move. Bozan over the line, drop past to Shanahan, behind the net out of Bozan's reach. Hextall there leaves the puck, and here's King, who's lost his helmet. Long right wing pass, too far for Steve Thomas. There'll be no icing. Back to play the puck to Shane. Now to Shanahan, and out to center ice. The puck tipped by the Islanders defenseman, and Bozan beaten to it in the New York end. Pierre Turgeon, only 24 years of age, a veteran, through center ice. Peeks a couple of times, then left wing to Hogue. He tries to cut in, tied up by Tilly behind the net. A battle in the corner for the puck. Korolev takes on one man. Hogue looking for a loose puck. He can't come up with it. Now finally does along the boards. Moves towards the slot. Right side, and a shot that deflects over the top of the net. Now a centering effort rejected by Brown, who can't clear. At the right point, Tom Curvers, and his pass shot knocked away by Brown, and he'll smash the puck the length of the ice. And back to touch it, the veteran Curvers, and an icing call against the Blues. A quick pace in the first period. 2:29 gone, no score. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
It's a round world, genuine and true. It keeps on spinning and you always come through. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your bud.
Southwest Airlines, just plain smart.
Well, the first 2.5 minutes has been mostly the New York Islanders. The first shift of the game, Brett Hull was on the ice, and along with his line, and of course Al Arbour using his checking line. Actually 5 defensive type players, and they did a good job against Brett's line, and not only keeping them out of their end, but they had some good chances to score as well.
Shanahan wins the faceoff in the Blues zone. Then Zombo a pass off Lafayette to center ice, and the Blues retreat into their own end. Chased into the corner is Zombo. Nice play up to Lafayette. He's stopped. Islanders put the pressure on. Patrick Flatley feeds in front, and the puck deflects to center ice. Vladimir Malakoff with it. He's number 23, shooting it back in, and Joseph leaves it for Zombo, who's on defense with Barrett. Now ahead for Lafayette. He has Karamnov on his right. shoots the puck in, a save for Hextall. The left wing, Prokhorov digs the puck out of the corner, makes a move towards the area in front of the net, goes behind the goal, leaves the puck for Karamnov in front, and a shot by Duchesne, and that's deflected wide. Back deep, veteran Ray Ferraro turns the puck up the near boards. Unable to get out is Dennis Vasky, the defenseman. Now Crossman, left point to Duchesne. Rich shot kicked out by Hextall, and there'll be a penalty called. A delayed call as Andy Van Hellemond has his arm in the air, and the penalty will be called now that play is stopped. The penalty coming here at 3:32 of the opening period.
And that's going to be an interference penalty on Nathan Lafayette. The shot was coming from the left point by Steve Duchesne, and Lafayette was in the right corner. Duchesne tried to hold off shooting the puck until Lafayette got to the front of the net. Lafayette got there, but he was in the crease. He goes right through the crease. He'll end up bumping into Hextall with his shoulder. Hextall plays it up pretty well. And Van Hellemond is watching it, makes the call.
That's through the crease? Looked like he wasn't in the crease to me. Looks like Hextall was at the edge of the crease.
Well, I think if we had it at another angle, at least initially, the way I saw it was that he did go through the crease from this angle. That shot we had on the monitor was from behind, but it was a very close call. And Andy Van Hellemond had very good position on the play. He was right along the goal line watching it all the way. Meanwhile, go ahead.
If you say he was in the crease and Andy Van Hellemond says he was in the crease, you know what? He was in the crease. Blues 4th killing penalties in the National Hockey League, and the Islanders power play 14th, and the Blues get the puck and clear it out.
Again, the Islanders have had a difficult time on the power play as of late.
Here's Thomas, a great goal scorer. Check, knocked down. Blues try to get the puck. Shanahan in the corner gets it and clears it out. 3:32, the time of the interference penalty to Lafayette.
I mentioned as of late because of about 3 weeks ago, or since 3 weeks ago, their power play percentage has dropped by about 3%, which is substantial.
Here's Pierre Turgeon over on the right wing, and Thomas shoots wide. Left point, Malakoff ahead to Turgeon. He feeds over to the right point. Here's a shot right on, and a save by Joseph. The Blues can't clear the puck out. Curvers again, and this drive is high. Now he comes to the near point. Keeps the puck in. Gets it back from Steve Thomas. Now gives it to Thomas, who feeds over to the far point to Malakoff. Puck stolen, knocked away. Then Montgomery gets a stick in the face, and back to play the puck is the youngster Vladimir Malakoff. Power play for the Islanders. King shoots the puck in, and the Blues back to play it. Coming up to the 5-minute mark in the first period. No score as the Blues clear the puck the length of the ice.
And what the Islanders love to do, and what the Blues prevented that line from doing, is Turgeon loves to handle the puck behind the net and look for King in front of the net.
Now the Islanders are called for icing with 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Nathan Lafayette.
And Al Arbour this morning talked about this team, and you know, we mentioned some of the injuries they've had. At one point during the season, he had all his top 5 defensemen out of the lineup. In addition, the injuries he's had up front, he's lost some key veterans. Brian Mullen, we'll get to him a little bit later, but Claude Loisel, who was a real key player for Al Arbour last year as they were going into the playoffs, Loisel is lost for the remainder of the season with reconstructive knee surgery. And Al Arbour just said, you know, when my players went down, I didn't have any of these good veteran players that can fill roles to put into the lineup and help this team out.
Face off in the Islanders' end. LaChance behind the net. Up the wing to Flatley, on with Ferraro and Hogue. Kasparaitis on the other point. And Flatley shoots the puck in. Joseph knocks it down, leaves it for Crossman. And he clears the puck off the glass into the crowd. And now down to 16 seconds to go in the New York Islanders power play.
Now, meanwhile, Bob Berry, a couple of changes for tonight's game. We talked last night about the loss of Craig Janney and how that's affecting this team. Well, Brendan Shanahan has been experimenting at center. He's moving Shanahan back to the wing tonight. Korolev has started at center along with Shanahan. The other move he's made, Nathan Lafayette, who has been playing on the wing, is back at center as well.
Brett Hennigan not dressing. Thus, that's why you see Doug Crossman out there. Obviously, Phil Housley, Denny Felsner, Craig Janney, Basil McRae, and Denny Chassé also not dressed tonight. Screen shot hits a leg in front of Joseph, and Shanahan shoots the puck into his team's bench across the way, and that'll stop play with 5:25 gone in the first period. Only 7 seconds now remaining in Nathan Lafayette's penalty.
Well, the Blues bench was scurrying on that play. Shanahan picked up the puck. He thought he had room, and then the defenseman Malakoff really surprised him by moving in. By the time Shanahan had his head up, he fired a shot. Ted Sater and the Blues players on the bench were ducking, as was the linesman.
Face off inside the St. Louis blue line. Shanahan and Ferraro. The puck to Malakoff at the point, flipping it ahead, and Crossman slaps it back into the Islanders' end. Nathan Lafayette back on, so the Islanders 0 for 1 on the power play. No score first period. A pass for Ferraro the length of the ice. There's no icing. The Blues play the puck. Duchesne dumped by Flatley. There'll be a penalty. The puck to center ice. The Islanders touch it, and now the Blues will go to work with the man advantage. No score in the first period in Long Island, and this is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Hi, I'm Rick Mahar for your Midwest GMC truck dealers, and this is the '94 GMC Sierra Club Coupe. At home, off-road or on, at work or play, Sierra is America's best-looking, hardest-working full-size pickup. And with V6 or V8 power, anti-lock brakes, and the strength of a GMC, it's your best value too. So see the '94 Sierra today at Bellman GMC in Northwest County, Bomarito GMC in Ellisville, or Brockland GMC in Fairmount City, Illinois. Your Midwest GMC truck dealers.
As the amount you spend with your Discover card goes up, your interest rate goes down with the Smart Rate program. So use the Discover card, where the percentages are always in your favor. And when it comes to Smart Rate, it pays to look for your pre-approved Discover card application. Sign it and send it back, because you can't get Smart Rate until you get your card. It pays to Discover, the card that pays you back.
The Blues are going to go on the power play for the first time tonight. A good move by Steve Duchesne, and Patrick Flatley sticks out his right leg and trips Duchesne in the Blues zone, and the Blues will be on the power play. Now, here's the thing that they have to be careful of while they're on this power play. The ability by Ron Hextall to handle the puck, and then what Al Arbour likes to do, he's got speedy forwards up front, and Hextall will look to hit those forwards with a long breakout pass.
And there's a pass to center ice for Turgeon. He would be offside. He touches the puck, and he is offside. But there's a perfect example, not only one of Hextall's abilities, but also of Mr. Micheletti's abilities. Our expert analysis from Joe Micheletti. So you pick that one out, and I'll tell you, I think that he's really, when he came in the mid-'80s to Philadelphia, he's changed the look of goaltending.
Yeah, he really has. He was really the first one to handle the puck that well, and what happens when a team dumps the puck in, they've got to try and keep it away from Hextall. If he can go back and handle the puck, the two forwards, they just head to the red line. They look for openings and they look for lanes, and he'll put that puck right on the stick. He passes the puck, Hextall does, just about as well as any defenseman in the league.
The Islanders have killed off 46 straight opposition power plays at home here. The Islanders successful 80% of the time killing penalties. They're 19th in the league, and they send the puck the length of the ice. The Blues power play 7th in the league. They're successful 20% of the time. Blues in a scoreless first period here in New York. Coming up the ice, Hull with a puck, gets to the red line, now into the Islanders zone. Plays it left wing to Montgomery, to the point, now to Duchesne. A shot, tipped by Miller, just wide. Then the centering effort fails to reach Hull. That shot by Duchesne, believe me, was more of a pass than a shot. He knew right where Miller was. Islanders up the ice, dump the puck in. New York shorthanded for just over a minute.
I'm sorry, Kenny. That may have been tipped twice, once by Hull and then again by Miller. But you're right, he was looking for Miller on the side of the net the whole way.
Blues keep the puck in. Brown across far side at the dot to Miller. Left point to Crossman. Brown at the near point. Crossman shoots. Pad save. Rebound loose. Montgomery can't get a shot. Hull does, and a great save by Hextall. Right point to Brown. Over to the far side to Duchesne. Now to Brown. A pass for Hull. Tipped away. He's knocked down. Loose puck. Montgomery. Great pass. Crossman a shot. Great save. On a rebound. Montgomery can't reach the puck. Brown sends it around behind the net. Out to the left point to Crossman. Into the corner now to Montgomery. Now to Miller, centering for Hull, and Benoit Hogue intercepts and clears the puck the length of the ice. 10 seconds to go in the Blues man advantage.
I like the way the Blues are moving the puck. Bob Barry using Montgomery at center with Hall and Miller, and they are really moving the puck, and except for the goaltending of Ron Hextall, they'd have the lead.
Zombo gets caught, 2-on-1. McInnes to Turgeon. Quick shot. Sliding save by Joseph. Here come the Blues coming up to the 8-minute mark. No score first period. It's Korolev to Shanahan over the line, back in front, and the puck tipped to the boards. Bozon plays it to Korolev behind the net, tries to work in front, checked by McInnes. Barron pinches in, now to Bozon. Boom, he's knocked down by LaChance. Boom, McInnes is slammed from behind by Shanahan. And Pierre Turgeon with a puck for New York. A pass knocked down by Korolev. LaChance ahead for King too far, and the Blues shoot the puck back in. Now the Islanders back at full strength. No score in the first period. Long pass too far. Then Lafayette flips the puck in on a feed from Bozon, and the Blues are changing. Hextall leaves the puck behind his net for defenseman Dennis Vasky. He gets it up to King. Now ahead for Turgeon. Bad angle. Goes behind the net. Centers, and Karamnov gets in King's way for a moment. Then King centers. Karamnov knocks the puck away, and Zombo has it. Near wing for Vitaly Karamnov. Back in his own end to Zombo. Over in the far side for Barron. Up the left wing it comes, and the Blues on the attack until Prokhorov is slammed down by King. Up the left wing. Pilon, he centers. And the puck batted away at the last minute from Keith Acton. Up the right wing, Karamnov into the New York zone to the blue line. Here's Jeff Brown, top of the right circle, and a drive stopped by Hextall. Then Acton clears up the right wing to Steve Thomas. His pass for David Maley goes the length of the ice. Back to touch the puck, Brown, and an icing call against the Blues. First period action from New York. There's no score. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
If you've been thinking about getting cable television, this is the time to get it right now and take advantage of low rates. Pick up your phone and call 1-800-CABLE-ME. You'll have the world of cable entertainment installed within 48 hours for just $19.94 or less. Plus, HBO and Cinemax both for the price of one for a month. Call now and get uncut, uninterrupted movies like Groundhog Day and Indecent Proposal, and cable exclusive specials, kid shows, sports, classic movies, and more. Operators are standing by, so call now and enjoy the world of cable within 48 hours. Call 1-800-CABLE-ME today.
This commercial contains no simulated tests, only the tests that count. Roads that are really challenging. Conditions that require control. True stopping power. And lastly, the test of your own good sense.
Visit your nearest St. Louis area BMW dealer for a thorough test drive.
The reputation of Andy Van Hellemond is that he likes to let the teams play. Look at this little cross-check there. Derek King on Vitaly Prokhorov. Meanwhile, this is when the Blues run the power play. The long shot gets deflected, or actually gets through from the point, and Hextall with one good save. And then Brett Hull is able to pick up the puck, and look at Hextall. He's down. Looked like that puck hit him in the head.
I agree. Blues have had some chances. They're out shooting the Islanders 9-2. They win the face-off. Quick shot, and Hextall a save on Brown. David Maley gets the puck ahead to the veteran Keith Acton with Vakota over the line. Acton feeds in front, and the play broken up on a nice effort by Tillich. Here come the Blues. Dave Mackey shoots the puck in, flips it over the glass, and that'll result in a stoppage of play with 10:13 to go here in the first period. There's no score here at the Nassau Coliseum in New York. Well, the Golden Adventures of Brett Hull, the comic book series, available now only 99 cents with the purchase of any extra value meal at McDonald's. The Golden Adventures of Brett Hull.
Brett with that chance, looking for his 400th career goal. Meanwhile, Ken, the Blues have done a terrific job in this period, especially their defensemen, of blocking and intercepting passes around the front of the net. The New York Islanders trying to get the puck to the front of the net. The Blues defense, their forwards coming back to help out, have just simply intercepted those passes and easily have come out of their own zone.
Urquhart shoots the puck in. He's on with Mackey and Chase, Duchesne, and Crossman. Islanders clear the zone. Duchesne at his own blue line. Now he has the puck up to the red line. He'll dump it in. Hextall challenges it, catches the puck, and leaves it for Rich Pilon. He's just up from the minors after missing a few games and having some rehab from an injury. Blues shoot the puck in again as they change. Islanders clear it out to center ice. And here's Duchesne with it. Now to Crossman. It's been a while since Doug has played. Far left wing to Montgomery. The pass breaks his stick. And he's going bad wood. And the Islanders shoot the puck in. Both teams are changing. There's Rick Zombo ahead at the red line to Chase. He'll backhand the puck in. And Chase goes to the bench. Hextall clears off the boards. McInnes picks the puck up. Right wing pass onside. Now a shot right on the rebound. Chopped away from Travis Green after Delgarno's effort. The Blues back right wing to Hall. Cutting in. Kasparaitis back. The shot. Hextall way out to make the save and smother the rebound. And we've seen some quick action, a very fast pace here in the opening period.
Well, we really have both teams moving the puck very quickly. Rick Zombo started this play in his own end. Watch the pass from Zombo all the way across ice to Hall, streaking down the right wing. He lets the shot go. I don't think Hextall knew exactly where it was. It nearly got between the pad and his catching glove. Hall with a lot of speed coming down the right wing, took the shot, and Hextall came out to cut the angle down, made the save. The puck dropped below him, and then he covered up.
The Islanders without their big defenseman Uwe Krupp. John Kaminsky not dressed. Dean Chanuth not dressed. Also, of course, Claude Loisel out for the season. David Bullock with an injury also. Islanders clear the puck down the ice. There's no score. We're in the first period. Both teams at full strength. It has been a superb period for the Blues. Up to Montgomery. He's checked by Delgarno, and from center ice, young Scott LaChance shoots the puck in. Here's Murray Barron behind the Blues net. Barron on defense with Zombo. Shanahan on a line here with Hull and Montgomery. Blues lose the puck. Travis Green long shot. Stopped by Joseph, and quickly Montgomery back to get the puck. Only to be checked by Delgarno. They wrestle each other down. Green is hit by Zombo, and here's Barron behind the net. Blues having trouble here getting out against the Green, McInnes, Delgarno line that's really played well recently for the Islanders. Now King on a line change, moves in, and a shot blocked in front of Joseph.
Yeah, this line right here is their checking line, and that's one thing the Islanders are doing. They're getting more production out of all their lines. The last game, all 4 lines scored for the Islanders.
The Islanders dump the puck in. Both teams changing already under 8 minutes to go in a scoreless first period. Thomas into the slot. Now a call for his shot. Joseph the save. Can't clear the rebound. King a drive. And it goes over the net. Malakoff out to Thomas. He tees it up. Shot. Great save, Joseph. Thomas again loses the puck. In the slot. Turgeon a drive off the chest. Turgeon scores on a backhander. Relentless pressure there from the Islanders. And Pierre Turgeon, a 58-goal scorer last season, has his 24th of the season, and it is 1-0 New York.
What made it difficult for the Blues defensemen is that the shots, the rebounds off the shots, were deflecting all the way back towards the blue line, coming way up. King has one shot, he'll end up back at the point, and the saves that Joseph was making, 2 on Thomas, the rebounds come way out past everyone, so no one can get control. Thomas ends up with another chance, and then Turgeon's going to take one chance. Again, the rebound comes way out past everyone, and then Turgeon just able to get his own rebound. He took the backhand shot. It looked like it may have deflected off the defenseman, off the Blues defenseman, Rick Zombo, on the play, and then past Joseph. Well, I think it did. I think it just caught the right leg of Zombo and past Joseph.
Now the Islanders fire the puck in. Blues play it up the near boards to Karamnov. His pass at center ice, onside. Here's Prokhorov. Lafayette to the net. Loose puck. Hextall pokes it away. Karamnov, a good effort to keep it in the slot to Prokhorov. He's poke checked. And Brown at center ice gives the puck to Tilly. It gets away. Hogue then is hooked down. There'll be a penalty to Brown. Delayed call, a shot, and Joseph knocks it down. Now the Islanders with Hextall at the bench. Turgeon, extra skater, delayed penalty. Here's Ray Ferraro behind the net. Checked by Brown. Islanders, Turgeon centers. Oh, and a shot goes just wide. And finally the Blues touch the puck. Well, the Islanders putting the pressure on now. Turgeon scores from Thomas and King at 12:31. 1-0 New York. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Hold
hold on. I don't know, just overnight the package.
Yeah, sure. Overnight it. Might as well overnight it.
Overnight this.
Overnight that. Overnight.
Overnight.
Sometimes overnight is overkill. So kick the habit with Priority Mail from the Postal Service. It's not overnight, but it's fast delivery, special handling, and 2 pounds is only $2.90.
Morning. Thanks.
When overnight is overdoing it, remember, we deliver for you. Call and we'll start today.
Classic television. Hogan's Heroes.
Green Acres.
Arnold Ziffer. Who played him? Nobody. He was the pig. Remember Family Affair?
Mr. French. I loved him. He's attractive.
Pete, Link, Julie. Okay, Ginger or Mary Ann?
Ginger was a bimbo.
Mary Ann. Mary Ann or Jeannie?
Beechwood aged Budweiser.
Jeannie.
Crisp, clean, classic.
The Blues had control of the puck in the neutral zone. Jeff Brown gives Tom Tilley a pass. He has trouble handling it. It's right on his skate. And it's a turnover. And then Brown comes back and pulls down Benoit Hogue. And that puts the Islanders back on the power play.
13:24, the time of the hooking penalty to Jeff Brown. The Blues out shooting the Islanders 11-8. Islanders 0 for 1 on the power play. From the point, Malakoff, a shot, save, rebound to Kurvers to Malakoff. He steps into it and scores. May have been deflected. The drive from the right point by 23-year-old Vladimir Malakoff. And the Islanders with a power play goal make it 2-0.
Malakoff shoots the puck as well as anyone in the league. It starts with a face-off. The Islanders win it. Turgeon against Shanahan, and then the Islanders get some chances. The first shot from Malakoff. Now he'll going to get another one. Now Steve Thomas, number 32, is in front of Curtis Joseph. The long shot looked like Thomas got a stick on it, deflected it past Curtis Joseph. The key, the long shot, but it's low. It's easy for Thomas to get in front with his stick and deflect it. Joseph didn't have a chance. It's 2-1 Islanders, or 2-0, pardon me.
This game reminds me so much of the first game of this trip, Joe. The Blues came out, I thought, played great in Quebec. In fact, played great for a period and a half. Bob Berry said his team played. I said, how'd they play? He said, for the first half, we were stupendous. And, of course, they were down 2-0. I think the Blues had a very good start, a solid start here tonight after a couple of games on the trip where they lost rather one-sidedly. But, again, here they are down 2-0 as the Islanders shoot the puck in. 6 minutes to go here in the first period. Kasparaitis flips the puck to the net. Joseph kicks it out. Along the boards, a battle for the puck. Montgomery trying to hold his own and doing a good job of it. Finally, the puck kicked into the corner. It comes loose. And the Islanders have possession. Here's McInnes playing it far side, and LaChance's shot stopped by Joseph. Centering effort by Delgarno, stopped, and a bad angle shot, and Joseph grabs it to stop play. Let's pause 5 seconds for station identification. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
In the heat of the night, weeknights at 11 on St. Louis 11.
Curtis Joseph in the last 4 or 5 minutes has been very busy. He hasn't had much of a chance on either goal. Both Islander goals deflected. One off the leg of Rick Zombo that actually would have been wide of the net, but just caught the inside of the post. The other one, a deflection by Steve Thomas.
Thomas's 30th goal of the season. Malakoff and Kurvers assisting at 13:33. A power play goal. The Islanders score 2 in the span of a minute and 2 seconds. Blues win the faceoff in their own end. Here's Tilley. He's on with Brown. His pass batted away. Then he gloves the puck ahead. Blues Herkus can't get out. Now Brown behind the net. Herkus on a line with Chase and also Dave Mackey, in the puck to center ice. Pilon tries to clear it ahead. Chase works in, runs into Pilon, and then the Islanders can't clear. Here's Chase. Left side. Mackey a shot. And it goes off Kurvers wide. Hextall plays the puck up. Bailey lets it go to center ice as he's tied up by Tilley, and Brown slaps it ahead. Herkus bumped as he works in. Falls down. Centers in front. Oh, and Mackey has it poked away. Here's Keith Acton in his 14th NHL season. He's slowed up. Blues steal the puck. Here's Dave Mackey, a shot, and a stick saved by Ron Hextall. Chase in the corner. Bumped by Acton and knocked down. Then Herkus in front, a shot blocked by Kurvers. And A pass from Herkus to the far boards. Dave Mackey there. And the puck stolen away by Mick Vakuda. Islanders are changing. So are the Blues at center ice. Blues get the puck again. Chase over the line. Tied up by Vaski. Clears to the corner. Behind the net, Hextall. He gives the puck to Flatley. Up for Hogue. And the puck off his stick back into the Blues zone. This is Zombo on with Barron. Up front now, Lafayette, Prokhorov, and Karamnov, and a Blues pass too far, the length of the ice. Back to touch it, Dennis Vaski, and an icing call against the Blues. Fans, the playoffs are just around the corner, and the Blues Crew playoff packages are available. They guarantee you a seat as the Blues battle against tough conference rivals and make their way toward the Stanley Cup. And the benefits include a $2.50 discount off the gate price, plus the opportunity to purchase tickets for all 4 rounds of the playoffs with the same seating throughout the playoffs. And remember, this year, an added benefit, you'll be given priority status in purchasing season tickets at the new Kiel Center for next season. Call 781-5300. That's 781-5300. The Blues Sales Department is ready to give you more information. Blues have been outshot now 13-12. The Islanders have really come on, and we'll have a face-off near Curtis Joseph.
Yeah, the Blues at one time led 9-2, but it was Ron Hextall that came up with the great saves early in this game to keep the Blues off the scoreboard.
Blues clear the puck to center ice. It's loose, a race, and the Islanders' Malakoff gets there first, then Lafayette left wing off the stick of Prokhorov. Hextall wanders. He is really like a third defenseman, isn't he? Over to Vaski, a pass at center ice too far for Flatley. Karamnov flips the puck in. Malakoff back to play it over to Vaski. Off the boards behind the net to Malakoff. Hogue up front. He's on a line with Ferraro and Flatley. 3 veterans. All of them can put the puck in the net. Long left wing pass for Hogue. It gets by him. The puck the length of the ice. Here's a race. Ferraro, Zombo, and Barron. And one of the Blues touches the puck first. And an icing call against New York with 3:23 to go in the first period. And the Islanders leading it 2-0.
Ken, you were talking about this veteran line. Ray Ferraro is one of those players that played so well down the stretch last year. Was outstanding in the series against Pittsburgh when they knocked him off, but he's a player that has struggled this year. One of the veterans that they counted on to get off to a good start. He didn't. He struggled. Turgeon struggled, and Turgeon was hurt, and he just hasn't played as well as they've wanted him to. But as of late, it seems like with all the players coming back, now the pressure to make the playoffs, Ray Ferraro and some of the other veterans are starting to lift their games a couple of notches.
Ray Ferraro, of course, a 2-time 40-goal scorer. Played for many years with Hartford. Islanders a pass. It deflects down into the Blues end. There's no icing here. And the Blues trailing 2-0 have the puck all behind the net. All off the boards by Crossman. Here's Kasparaitis. He fails to connect, trying to slap the puck in. LaChance helps out. Blues knock the puck down. Crossman looking for a play. Into the center circle to Duchesne. He'll dump the puck in. Montgomery after it. Travis Green beats him to it. He clears off the glass. Delgarno trying to force the puck out, and he does. Green, a blind pass to McInnes, and he'll shoot it in for New York. 2:42 to go in the first period. 2-0. The Blues trail here against the Islanders, even though they started the game playing extremely well. Now Travis Green slaps the puck in. Duchesne in his own end. Across to the near side to Crossman. Up the right wing to Hall. He can't get it in against Kasparaitis. And the Blues regain possession at center ice. Crossman to Duchesne. He'll slap it in. The boards send the puck to the area behind the net. Here's Kasparaitis up the far side. And the Islanders can't clear the puck out. Hall dances around one man into the corner. To Shanahan to the point. Brown a shot. And it deflects well wide. Korolev to Shanahan, who kicks the puck in front. And McInnes has Hull tied up. This is Kasparaitis to the veteran Steve Thomas. Both teams changing. Thomas a pass. No one there. And the Blues to center ice. Korolev checked, and Derek King drives the puck in. Brown plays it behind the Blues net. And King knocks down Bozon. The puck goes the length of the ice. No icing. This is Vaski back to play it. He's on with Curvers. There Turgeon with Thomas and King for New York. And a pass too far the length of the ice. Barron touches it, and an icing against the Islanders with 1:31 remaining here in the first period. Well, a lot more Blues action to come here tonight from New York. So sit back and open an ice-cold Budweiser for that crisp, clean, classic taste that only comes from the king of beers.
Al Arbor in this first period has used the Green, Delgarno, and McInnes line exclusively against Brett Hull. Now, Brett has had a couple of chances, one on the power play, and what he is doing, at least he did it the last shift, finally, at the end of the shift, when that checking line came off and went to the bench, Brett Hull stayed out there for an extra 30 seconds or so, and Shanahan nearly set him up in front of the net. Shanahan couldn't get his stick on the puck, so he kicked it to him in front.
Face off in the Islanders, and Shanahan a shot off the chest of Hextall, and the Islanders control the rebound. Hogue clears it out. Al Arbor, as the puck goes deep in the blue zone, trying to match Travis Green against Hull. And of course gets the last change here at home. Blues struggle to get out of their own end. The puck loose. Korolev has it around Hogue up the right wing. Over the Islanders blue line. Far side. Shanahan a shot wide. Now Bozon turns and shoots wide. Shanahan on the far left wing boards with a puck out near the blue line. Spun around. And the puck cleared out to center ice. Blues back in their own zone now. New York is changing players. The pass up for Shanahan. He's well covered by Delgarno. Blues puck again. Korolev gets it. He'll flip it in and head to the bench as the Blues are changing. 42 seconds to go in the first period. 2-0 New York. Hogue ahead to Brad Delgarno. A pass for Ferraro, knocked away. Delgarno picks up the puck and shoots it behind the net, where Joseph leaves it. New York changing again. Here's Crossman, right wing for Chase. In the middle off Herkus's stick, a loose puck, and Mackey carries it into the New York zone. Green sweeps the puck away. Scott LaChance, the BU Boston University product, check, loses the puck, and a shot by Herkus. The save, and Hextall on a rebound, dances on his tiptoes, the reach up, and snare the puck and stop play with 13 seconds remaining in the first period.
Nice play by Tony Herkus on the play, handling the puck in the corner. And Herkus, with a nice move to get past the defenseman, had no other play, so he did a smart thing. Took the shot on goal. No one in front, so he decides to take the shot. Now Hextall made the save and then tried to clear it with the goal stick. He just hit it on the edge of the stick. The puck bounced straight up in the air, and then he wisely just dove for it and caught the puck and held on for the whistle.
The face-off to Hextall's right. Blues trail 2-0. Shanahan against Travis Green. They tie each other up. Islanders LaChance gets the puck. Clears it out. Here's Duchesne shooting it back in. And the puck cleared out again. Shot the length of the ice. Brown quickly touches it. And they wave off icing. And that'll be the end of the first period. Well, the Blues had a terrific start to that first period. But the Islanders get 2 goals in the span of 1 minute and 2 seconds, and that really turned the tide as Turgeon scored at 12:31, his 24th, and then at 13:33 Thomas, a power play goal, his 30th of the season. So after 20 minutes in New York, the Islanders 2 and the Blues no score. Coming up in this first intermission, our pal Bruce Affleck will visit with veteran Islander winger Pat Flatley. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Okay, say cheese. Perfect. All right, one more. Work with me now, and cheese. Yeah. Right now, McDonald's is offering 2 delicious triple cheeseburgers for just $3. Okay, the 2 of you closer together, and cheese. Yes. Or if you're into doubles. Now at McDonald's, you can get 2 delicious double cheeseburgers for only $2.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
That's 2 for $2. Hurry, time's running out.
Talk to you about a Boatman's home equity loan, Hal. The rates are low, the interest is usually tax deductible. You can use the money to finance anything, you know, home improvements, college, a bigger mower. Hey, it makes sense, Hal. Well, anyway, listen, I'm gonna go talk to your neighbor Bobby about a home equity loan from Boatman's. Bye, Hal. Love your work. You can run, but you can't hide, Hal, for the Boatman's guy.
You want to talk about a great pizza?
It's from Domino's.
And it's thin.
We're talking thin.
It's crispy, crackly.
Totally crunchy.
Hey, check this out. The pizzas are square. Square?
It's called Domino's. Crunchy, thin crust.
Pizza.
Free
pizza! Say what? Order a large thin crust pizza with 2 toppings.
And get any medium 1-topping pizza.
Free!
It's the best.
You love it. Oh, yeah.
something for nothing.
With free delivery.
When you call Domino's.
You're gonna love me for telling you about it.
To build a Mercedes-Benz that's technologically innovative, safe, roomy, with exceptional handling is to be expected. But to do it for under $30,000, now that's a feat of engineering. Introducing the Mercedes-Benz C-Class.
After a period here on Long Island, the Blues trail the New York Islanders 2-0. Now the Islanders with some strong veteran players, including University of Wisconsin product Pat Flatley in his 11th season with the Islanders, and he is Bruce Affleck's guest.
Well, thank you, Ken. We got a chance to talk with Patrick Flatley, celebrating 10 years ago, really, I guess, February 29th. There's no February 29th this year, coming back from the Canadian Olympic team. I saw a quote the other day where you said, I just wanted to play 10 years.
Yeah.
You want to play a little longer now, do you?
Yeah, that was my goal when I first came in to play 10 years. And as you said, I've now kind of reevaluated that and like that on another 5 if I could.
Talk a little bit about coming from the Olympics, what some of the kids are coming from this year from Norway, what they might have to go through to come into the National Hockey League.
Well, I think coming from international competition as opposed to college or junior, I think they have an advantage because I think the level of competition in the Olympics is close to the NHL, and so I think the adjustment wouldn't be as hard for those guys. And it was just a matter of the opportunity being right for a lot of those players. I mean, unfortunately for a lot of the players, I know the Ranger picks are not slated to be with the Rangers, I think, strictly because the Rangers are doing so well. But if they were doing poorly, I think they'd step right in.
What about these kids handling the mental aspect of it, coming off the high of the Olympics, although in this case the American team, for example, didn't do as well. But let's say the guys from Canada's team coming off a big high, is there a letdown somewhat?
Yeah, there's going to be a week or two adjustment period where they're going to want to blow off a little steam and just relax for a little, because it's a pretty intense 6 or 7 months of competition and a lot of pressure. Pretty much playing for your country, it's every night there's a lot of pressure on you, and so they're going to need a little time to relax, but then they'll be ready.
How about yourself? Things going this year? Last year, you're coming off the best point production you ever had. Played 80 games. Of course, that helps when the injuries are free. How are things going this year for you?
Yeah, very well. I had a couple of little injuries this year, but not too bad. Just missed a few games, and hopefully I'll stay injury-free, and the team can keep playing well, and we'll take this right into the playoffs.
What about this team itself? Slow start. Maybe were you riding on your laurels from last year in the playoffs? Things that seem to be improving lately.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened. I think when you look at the final 4 teams last season, I think the Leafs are the only team that started fairly well, and I think it was a combination of riding on our laurels, and we had an awkward camp started on the road, and there's a number of things that may have contributed to it, but there's no excuses really.
Well, congratulations on the 10-year, another 5, hopefully at least, right?
All right, thanks. I'd just like to say hello to my brother in Chicago. He's watching.
Go right ahead and say hello, right?
I just did.
Yeah, that's right. All the best to you the rest of the year, and good luck in the playoffs.
All right, thanks.
That's Patrick Flatley. We thank him. Back upstairs to Ken.
All right, Bruce, good job as always. We're in the first intermission in New York. Islanders 2 and the Blues, no score. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. Don't go anywhere now. Stay with us.
Just 51. Then Uwe Krupp, the big defenseman who's been their best defenseman, has played just 31 games. David Volek, who scored that overtime winner against Pittsburgh last year in the playoffs, out for the season. He had just played 32. Vasky with 42. We mentioned Pilon, just his 20th game of the season. Claude Loisel, another key member last year, had played just 17 games. He is out for the season. One other key name and a great story, Brian Mullen. Remember, he was a player last year that played well in the playoffs, and actually what happened, he was actually coughing up some blood during the playoffs last year. They weren't exactly sure what it was. Then in the summer, had the stroke, and as it turned out, he had a blood clot in his leg and went all the way up through his bloodstream, through a hole in his heart, actually to his brain, where it settled in his brain in what's called a silent area. He was very lucky to be living. He has now been cleared to play, and he's going on this next road trip with the Islanders.
Boy, he could give this team a lift, couldn't he?
Yeah, he sure could.
Now at center ice, there'll be a penalty called. Acton goes down, interfered with by Jeff Brown in just 18 seconds into the third period with the Blues down by a goal. Now they'll be down a player, and we'll get a look at the Islanders' power play again.
Ryan Bob Barry's not going to be very happy about this. The Blues with a chance to get some early momentum in this game. Brown pulls down Acton. Acton, his name I guess should be Acting. He did a pretty good job. Looked like he had left his feet before Brown even got a stick on him. I mean, Brown was turning, he misplayed the puck, and then Acton, it looked like before he even got to Brown, he ended up jumping up and did a good job of drawing the penalty on Jeff Brown.
That is only the third minor penalty against the Blues. A 2-minute interference call at 18 seconds. And the Islanders 1 for 2 on the power play. Face off in the Blues zone. Crossman and Duchesne, Montgomery and Hall. The pass to Hall, the Blues captain, up to the red line. Looks for Montgomery. Gives him a pass in the left wing. Tries to get a shot away. Does. The backhander wide. Crossman keeps the puck in. LeChance gets it. And off the boards it comes to Travis Green. He'll work behind his net. New York comes to center ice. I mentioned the power play, which they'll have momentarily. Remember the penalty from the second period, the last minute of that period, to McInnes still in effect. So the Blues had the power play. Now it's even strength for a side. Great save by Joseph on that long drive off Thomas's stick. And here's Duchesne to center ice. McInnes ready to come back on. 4-on-4 for the moment. Duchesne can't get a good shot away. Hextall leaves the puck. Islanders have it. Curvers in the corner in his own end. Back to the ice is Marty McInnes. Now New York with a power play. Here's Turgeon. Drops the puck for Curvers. He advances into the near circle. In front. Oh, and a shot by Derek King wide. Curvers feeds behind the net. Thomas poke check by Barrett. Malakoff at the right point. Flips the puck into the corner. King and Zombo collide. Good work by Zombo to feed the puck to Barrett. The short-handed Blues move up the ice. Here is Shanahan over the New York blue line. Drop pass. Miller drive, and it goes wide. The rebound to Pierre Turgeon, the 24-year-old, through center ice. Avoids a check. Nice pass to Thomas. A pass in front and a great defensive play by Kevin Miller to intercept and clear the puck the length of the ice. Both teams looking to change. Turgeon ahead to Thomas. Back to Turgeon. The flow went the other way. Over the line. Pierre Turgeon to the point. Vasky check. Loses the puck. And the short-handed Blues work in. Lafayette a shot wide off the boards. Hits the net. Malakoff clears, not out. Here's Bozon a shot. That hits a leg and the puck to center ice. And Brown back on. Both teams now at full strength. Crossman to Lafayette. He can't get the puck in. Then LeChance runs in. Chase after the puck. And it's played back behind the Islanders net. Up to Hogue. Flip pass by Ferraro. Right wing to Flatley. Tilly back. Little pass in front, and it's elevated. Ferraro can't make the connection. And Flatley checked by Chase. Here's Crossman wheeling the puck up the near boards to Kelly Chase. He advances to the neutral zone. Rink wide pass to Mackey. He'll shoot the puck in around behind the net near side. Chase can't get a shot from the bad angle as he's checked by Kasparaitis. And the Islanders, Flatley just gets the puck to center ice. Now in the middle to Ray Ferraro. And a nice sweep check by Kelly Chase. Puck at center ice. Herkis gives it to Chase. Back to Herkis over the line. Far circle. Shot. And that's wide of the Islanders net. Blues trail 2-1. Zombo to Mackey. Deep in the Islanders zone too far. Here's Kasparaitis. Up to Flatley. Then Kasparaitis sent flying. Islanders dump the puck in. Both clubs are changing. 3.5 minutes gone in the third period. Good game tonight here in New York. Blues misfire at center ice, and the Islanders have the puck in their own end. And this crowd of 11,436 chanting for the Islanders. Blues take the puck in the Islanders zone. Miller knocked down. Acton beaten to the puck, but it comes to center ice. Up the right wing. Woo, big hit on Vakota by Barrett. Then a pass to Miller from Montgomery. Miller over the line. Leaves the puck for Montgomery. He gets around Green. Passes it to Duchesne. He's covered. And here's Travis Green breaking out around Duchesne. One man back cross, but a shot. And saved by Joseph. And Crossman clears to center ice. Vasky with a puck. Fires it right back in. And Joseph stops it behind the New York net. Islanders changing. Blues trying to work out of their end. Here's Duchesne. A couple of nice moves up to the red line. And he'll backhand the puck in. The Blues continue the line change. Vasky behind his net for New York. On with Malakoff on defense. Forced to circle back. Forechecked by Korolev. Over to Malakoff off the end boards near side to Vasky. It's the green line on with McInnes and Delgarno. Bozon intercepts in the corner. Gets worked over pretty well. and Shanahan there. But Green gets the puck and starts out. Rink wide pass over the line, trying to work in McInnes, forced to the corner by Crossman. Then Korolev trying to help out, gets the puck. Korolev fending off a couple of players. Crossman bumps into Thomas, and Thomas behind the net to Turgeon, trying to get in front, can't get around Brown. Brown loses his stick. The puck centered. Crossman gets it. Islanders trying to change. Doug Crossman to the red line. Left wing pass. Korolev. Right side. Bozon a shot, and it tips off Pilon wide. And here comes New York on the attack. Derek King through center ice, quickly around Bozon, in the slot, turns on a drive, and it's kicked out. Boy, King got the puck up the ice, made a nice play till he clears the zone. 5:35 gone in the third period. Karamnov gets the puck ahead. Lafayette can't work in. Then King stopped. Here's Tilly to Lafayette. On to Karamnov. He avoids most of a check from Pilon, working in near the net, in front, a shot kicked out by Ron Hextall. What a save by Hextall on Karamnov, and the puck dumped into the Blues end.
What an effort by Karamnov along the boards to avoid the check by Pilon and eventually get the shot that Hextall made a good save on.
Here's Karamnov again, hit by Kasparaitis. Puck in the Islanders' end, and it's swept by New York to center ice. Tilly has it. We've had a lot of stretches of great nonstop action in this game. Lafayette ahead. Prokhorov over the line to Karamnov. Karamnov looking to pass. Gets checked, and the puck squirts to center ice. Now 6:30 gone in a scoreless third period. Blues are changing. LeChance gets to the red line, they say, and shoots it in. Brown back to play it. The puck knocked behind the net. Brown digs it out of the corner. New York changing. Brown a long pass intercepted at center ice, brought in by Maley, offside. Islanders 2, Blues 1. It's the third period, and this is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Let me get this straight. The kids.
At my mom's.
Some days. You've told everyone we're going out. Some days. But we're not.
Michelob, 'cause some days are better than others.
This commercial contains no simulated tests, only the tests that count. Roads that are really challenging. Conditions that require control. True stopping power. And lastly, the test of your own good sense.
Visit your nearest St. Louis area BMW dealer for a thorough test drive.
On our Budweiser scoreboard, third period, Detroit at home leads Calgary 4-1. Third in Washington. The Lightning leading 4-2. Edmonton will be at Vancouver. If Detroit wins that game at home, they'll move into sole possession of the Central with 81 points. 2 points ahead of Toronto, with 1 game in hand on the Maple Leafs. Puck at center ice. Blues trail here in New York 2-1. Nice check by Chase. Then Barron can't get any room against Vukota. And the puck in the Islanders' end. Kerbers clears it out. Here's Barron. He's on defense with Sambo. Herkus up front with Mackey and Chase. Mackey gets the puck, gives it to Herkus. He'll shoot it in. Herkus has the Blues goal tonight. Hextall feeds up the right wing to Vukota, on with Acton and Maley. The pass behind Acton. He catches up with it, moves in over the left wing, and a shot wide by a foot at the right point. Delgarno a shot. It hits Herkus, and the puck to center ice. LeChance has it over in front of the penalty benches to Kasparaitis. Long slap shot, and Joseph makes the save. Zombo takes the rebound. Both teams changing again. Now the Blues. Mackey up to Hall. Hull over the line, surrounded by 5 Islanders as the Blues change, and New York gets the puck. Rink wide pass turned away by Crossman, shooting it into the New York end. LeChance back. Spun around by Miller. Miller trying to get loose. He's tied up by LeChance, and the Islanders get the puck. Green feeds it ahead off the stick of McInnes. Crossman now to Montgomery over the New York line. Right wing to Hall. And a shot deflects off Kasparaitis into the crowd. 11:55 to go in the third. New York 2 and St. Louis 1. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Pop, look!
He's coming, riding like the wind, bringing a taste that won the West.
Who is he, Pa?
Jack in the Box serves up the new Sourdough Ranch Chicken Sandwich, grilled chicken filet, bacon, and the great Western tastes of creamy ranch dressing and grilled sourdough.
Pa, will we ever see him again?
The Sourdough Ranch Chicken Sandwich.
I'll be right back with your fries!
Hi, I'm Rick Mahar for your Midwest GMC truck dealers, and this is the 94 GMC Suburban and Yukon. With unmatched size and strength, they work harder than any other family vehicle. In fact, they're the largest, most powerful vehicles of their kind. And with all their room and comfort, they're your best big truck value. And there's hundreds to choose from. So see the 94 Suburban and Yukon today at Bellman GMC in Northwest County, Bomarito GMC in Ellisville, or Brockland GMC in Fairmount City, Illinois. Your Midwest GMC truck dealers.
Blues trailing at 2-1. They're undefeated in their last 5 games here on Long Island with 4 wins and a tie. They've won 9 of the last 10 meetings between the two teams. They only lost in December of '92 in a neutral site game in Dallas, and that was a overtime loss. Blues, Tilley, long pass the length of the ice. They wave off icing. Hextall shoots the puck up the boards to McInnes, into the middle to Delgarno, up the ice, 3-on-2. Over the line, Delgarno to Travis Green, a pass in front, and it's behind McInnes. He sweeps the puck wide of the goal. Brown moves it ahead to Miller. Miller up to the red line. Miller for the Blues into the New York zone. Puck knocked away and cleared out by Marty McInnes. Tilley will dash back into his own zone. Both teams are changing players. Coming up to the 9-minute mark in a scoreless third. Brown shoots the puck in. Hextall loves to shoot it. Clears it up the near boards. A host of players there. Vasky having trouble. And Bozon feeds to Korolev behind the net. Korolev stops, chases back into the corner to get the loose puck. Great pass to the point. Bear, and a shot off the shoulder of Hextall into the corner. Ferraro feeds into the near corner to Vasky. Now Zombo pinches in, spins Hogue around. Gives the puck to Bozon, into Korolev. He's checked in the corner. Great pressure by the Blues. Along the near board, Shanahan hit. Ferraro breaks out. Zombo caught up. 2-on-1. Ferraro and Flatley is offside at the St. Louis blue line. The Blues trail by a goal, folks, with 10:34 remaining here in the third period. Well, Taco Bell wants you to score with a free St. Louis Blues hockey cup. Just purchase any large beverage at a Taco Bell restaurant, and the Blues cup is yours, absolutely free. But you better hustle, because cups are only available while supplies last at participating Taco Bell locations.
We have mentioned during the broadcast tonight that Hextall out of his net a lot. Well, during the 3-month period when he was really having a difficult time, he was going from left to right, right to left, and overplaying the shots, moving well out of the net, and that was not allowing him to stop any of the rebound shots. That's one thing that he has changed within the last couple of weeks, and one reason why he's playing so well.
Puck in the Islanders' end. New York King behind the net to Pilon. Pilon and Curvers on defense. Pass for Thomas too far. He's on a line with Turgeon King. Pass knocked down. Turgeon working in after the Duchesne misplay, and a shot stopped by Joseph. And a loose puck in the Blues zone, and there'll be a penalty called here against Lafayette as he upends Steve Thomas. New York with a 2-1 lead will have the man advantage here in the third period. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Hi, I'm Dave Wessel, and here at Auto House of Clayton, we're driving down the cost of luxury car driving. Right now, lease a stunning new 325i with no money down and just $381 per month. Or let us put you behind the wheel of a sleek 318i with just 12% down and only $258 per month. Never has driving a BMW been more affordable. The choice is yours. Come by today for a test drive. Auto House of Clayton, 2 blocks east of I-170 on Ladue Road.
We're here on the ice with Brendan Shanahan. Brendan, what drives you to win?
One goal after another.
And that's why you drive GMC.
GMC Sonoma beats Ford Ranger on payload, interior room, and power.
For a $199 24-month GMAC Smart Lease with $1185 down.
At my neighborhood GMC truck dealer.
The $199 Sonoma with Sport Package, air, cassette, and aluminum wheels at Modern Garage, Bates, Max Dye, or Four Flags.
A neighborhood deal is a better deal.
Pierre Turgeon had a chance for the Islanders as he carried the puck into the blue zone. He lost control and then regained it, took a shot, then went after the rebound as well. Nathan Lafayette, actually, I thought it was Turgeon. It was actually Steve Thomas that Lafayette hooks down.
Blues win the faceoff, shoot the puck the length of the ice. The Islanders 1 for 3 in the power play tonight. Turgeon scoring in the first period. Thomas the power play goal. Herkus in the second period for the Blues. In front for King. Bouncing puck gets away. Zombo tries to clear. Can't. Malikoff keeps it into King. Back to the right point. Malikoff. Left point to Curvers. He'll flip the puck to the net. Tipped wide by Joseph. Islanders still in possession. King leaves it behind the net for Turgeon. Thomas in front. Now with King. Left point to Curvers. Right point. Now Malikoff in front to Turgeon. Thomas. He shoots and scores. Steve Thomas. The Islanders' second power play goal of the night, and it's 3-1 New York. And there is a textbook example of how you can move the puck around in the power play and how it often pays off.
They moved the puck around so well that Curtis Joseph anticipated a shot by Turgeon instead of the pass, so he was already down. Great passing, and Joseph went down early, and then Thomas just had to get it over the top of Joseph, who was already down on the ice. But what puck movement by the Islanders. And then the quick shot by Thomas. It's up high. Joseph's already down on the ice, and what a big goal for the Islanders as they now lead it 3-1.
For Thomas, number 2 tonight, his 31st of the season. 3-1 New York. Both teams at full strength at center ice. Delgarno shoots the puck in for New York. Back to play it, Tom Tillich. He's on defense with Brown. Montgomery centering Brett Hull. And Vitaly Prokhorov. Islanders intercept. Delgarno in the slot to Green. Great chance, a shot. And Joseph the save. It may have hit him in the face. And referee Andy Van Hellemond stops play. That shot coming up. Joseph appears to be fine. But Travis Green not far out, had a dandy chance on that rising shot to Joseph.
Yeah, it hit him right in the face. Green with a good chance. Boy, he let it go, hit Joseph flush on the head, and that's a good play and a good call by the referee. Andy Van Hellemond on the play. Travis Green has the shot. Boy, he really nailed Joseph with the shot. But Joseph is a competitor. A lot of goaltenders would stay down. He got right back to his feet. Now the fans here booed Andy Van Hellemond for blowing the whistle, but that is the correct call.
10:34, the power play goal for the Islanders. Thomas is 31st from Malikoff and Turgeon. So Thomas with 2 goals and an assist. Turgeon with a goal and an assist tonight. And Malikoff has a couple of assists for Al Arbor's Islanders. The Islanders with a 3-1 lead, trying for their 3rd straight win, their 8th win in their last 11 games. Puck to center ice. Shot back in by LaChance. Islanders clear the zone, and the Blues start up ice. Here is Steve Duchesne to the red line, shooting the puck in. Hextall plays it into the corner. It hits Prokhorov. He's got the puck. Prokhorov for the Blues, feeds behind the net for Hull, but intercepting LaChance. Up the near side to McInnes, who clears the puck out. And the Islanders looking to change as Duchesne is back in his own zone. The Blues are in trouble now. Up to Hull, back to Brown. He'll drive it in. Only 8:20 to go in the 3rd. Blues down by a pair.
And now even more important for Jeff Brown, Steve Duchesne, every chance they get, they've got to move up with the play. They have to get involved in the offense to give the Blues a chance to score.
Now the Blues are called for icing. Let's take a look at our GMC Truck scoring recap. Turgeon Thomas scored for the Islanders in the first period. Herkus for the Blues in the second. And now Thomas has scored again for New York here in the 3rd period. The recap brought to you by your Midwest GMC truck dealers, Bellman, Bomarito, and Rockland GMC.
Bob Berry nervously stands behind the Blues bench. Meanwhile, getting back to Steve Thomas, here's a name that keeps being mentioned year after year after year about a player that's on the trading block. The Islanders don't have him on the trading block. It's because of the way he plays that so many other teams in this league are interested.
The Blues, according to the scorers here, have had only 1 shot on goal in the first 11 minutes and 50 seconds of this 3rd period. And we know that Karamnov had a great scoring chance, so I guess that's the one they're counting. Puck in the Blues end. Big check on Zombo. Then he wrestles down Vakota. And I think it's Zombo who's going to get the penalty to the bench. Hextall. Zombo will touch the puck, and there'll be a penalty call, an elbowing call, I believe, against Rick Zombo with under 8 minutes remaining here in the third period.
Well, Zombo saw Bukoda coming in and tried to brace himself, but I believe he retaliated on the play. Zombo has his head up, and he just simply gets his elbow up and then pulls Bukoda down, but he's going to get the penalty for getting his left elbow up on Mick Bukoda.
Not a bad idea, but it pays off for the Islanders. 12:06 the time of the elbowing penalty. That's something you learn when you first, as a kid, are playing hockey. They say they're going to check this year and watch the big guy coming at you. Be sure you get your arm or your stick up.
Protect yourself
when you see him.
Yeah, well, he protected himself, and Mick Bukoda, one of the tough players on this New York Islander team, he's got a little bit of a sore jaw as he's sitting on the New York Islanders bench. And then give Bukoda a lot of credit for taking the elbow and getting up and just skating away. He knew there was going to be a power play, and with the 3-1 lead, no time to take a retaliatory type penalty.
Islanders 2 for 4. Brown gets the puck, moving in. 2, Duchesne, back to Brown, tipped away. Blues have got to hustle back. Here comes New York with a man advantage and a 3-1 lead. Turgeon over the line, King to the net, a pass, hits a leg. Now Malakoff behind the net to Pierre Turgeon. Turgeon centers, bouncing puck. Thomas, a shot wide. Turgeon behind the goal again. Feeds off to the far side to Derek King. Left point, Tom Curvers. His shot, the save. And the rebound to Montgomery ahead to Hull. He's got a breakaway. Hull over the blue line. Hull on the forehand. Shoots. He scores! Brett Hull! A short-handed breakaway goal for Brett Hull. The 400th goal of his NHL career. And the Blues get a big, big goal here in the third period to cut the Islanders' lead to 3-2.
Boy, they had just missed earlier on a breakaway, and then, or on 2-on-1, I should say, and then Montgomery with the long pass to Hall. Watch his head up and the quick release. Boy, right through the legs. And the Blues are within a goal with 7:13 to go.
Brett Hull's 44th goal of the season. 44 goals now for Hull. Ray Shepherd of Detroit with 45. Dave Andreychuk of Toronto with 45. And the Blues back to within 1.
Well, what a game he has played tonight. Again, hitting the post a couple of times, some chances early in the first period, and now the short-handed goal to pull the Blues to within a goal. And all of a sudden, this game has changed.
Still a minute 10 to go. And the penalty to Rick Zombo. Here's Curvers, a pass ahead. Nice defensive play by Barron, but then Ferraro gets the puck. It's knocked away, and the puck sent behind the Blues net. Joseph leaves it for Crossman. Crossman's played a lot, especially tonight for a fellow who hadn't been in many games lately. Then Miller checked, and Barron gets the puck and shoots it out. For Hull, his second shorthanded goal of the season, his 44th goal of 93-94. Another great goal-scoring year for the Blues captain. 6:30 to go. Blues trailing 3-2. They're shorthanded. Vasky to center ice, rifles the puck in. It bounces behind the net. Far side, Hogue there. He's checked. Now in the corner, Ray Ferraro to Hogue on the right wing boards. Back to the right point. Curvers, slap shot, and that goes wide and rings off the glass. Vasky trying to keep the puck in. He does. Flips it behind the net. Hogue is there. Centers. Whoa, a shot right on, and a great save as Flatley let one go. Blues trying to clear it out, and it finally comes to center ice. Zombo up, ready to come back on. Hogue in over the line. He'll flip the puck behind the net. Blues back at full strength with 5:50 to go in regulation play. Long pass up to center ice. Blues, Montgomery works in as the two teams change. He's got to go it alone. Knocked down by Kasparidis, and Green circles back in front of Hextall. Blues trail 3-2. And a pass at center ice knocked away, and the Blues take over. Here's Hull ahead on the right wing, and Karamnov sent flying by Green, and Darius Kasparidis has the puck. Kasparidis, the 21-year-old, over the red line, shoots it in. 5:18 to go. Blues are changing. Brown leaves the puck for Duchesne. Now it's stolen. Delgarno centers, and it goes by everyone to center ice. Hull picks it up. Hull far wing for Prokhorov. In over the line. Chops the puck to the net. Hextall clears to the far corner, and here's Scott LaChance. He's on defense with Kasparaitis. Up at center ice, Herkus doing some good defensive work. And the puck finally shot in by Green, who runs into Chase. And the Blues, as the two teams change, have the puck in their own end. This is the veteran Doug Crossman. Crossman flips the puck ahead, and it goes into the bench, and play stop. Islanders 3, Blues 2, 4:45 remaining in the third. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Because most of our flights are short, this is what our meals look like on Southwest Airlines. It's also what our fares look like. Southwest Airlines, it's just plain smart. Southwest Airlines has one of the best on-time records in the country.
Mr. Smith, you're early.
Just something to remember. Southwest Airlines, it's just plain smart.
Heads, and we go back tomorrow.
Some days.
Tails, we don't.
Some days.
Okay, 2 out of 3.
Make our love, 'cause some days are better than others.
A great pass from Jim Montgomery on the stick of Brett Hull, who scores his 400th NHL goal. Boy, oh boy, he sure made it look easy. Skates in on Hextall. Looks, Hextall has his legs spread apart, and Hull puts it right between the opening for the Blues' second goal.
12:47 here in the third. Blues down by a goal. Both teams at full strength. Puck in the Blues' end. They have trouble clearing. Now breaking out to center ice. Right wing pass to Karamnov from Korolev. He shoots it in. Shanahan the other wing. Hextall clears up the boards. Puck deflects to Vaski. He feeds at center ice to Thomas, who scored twice. Over the line. Along the near boards, tries to center. The puck knocked away. Then Korolev has it stolen, but Karamnov steals it back. Karamnov out of his own end. Through the red line. He's checked, knocked down by Turgeon. Here's Benoit Hogue. New York changing. Hogue's shot blocked at the defense by Barron. Then Barron loses the puck to Hogue. He centers. Back to the blue line and out. And brought in offside by Kasparaitis. And the action stopped with 3:55 to go in the third period. And the Islanders lead it 3-2.
Kasparaitis didn't like the call. He was hustling to try and get to the blue zone, and just trying to keep the puck in, and before the whistle blew for the offside. Meanwhile, Kasparaitis from Lithuania says his goal in life now is to play in the 1998 Olympics in Japan for Team USA.
I see.
Wants to become a U.S. citizen and play for Team USA in the 1998 Olympics.
That game in Detroit in the third period, the Wings leading Calgary 4-1. Sergei Fedorov, the hat trick in that game for Detroit. He now has 44 goals, the same number as Brett Hull.
There's some wonderful stories going on around the league this year, aren't there, Ken? I mean, Fedorov is certainly one of them. When Yzerman went down, Fedorov took off. How about Cam Neely in Boston? 46 goals in 41 games.
Now the Islanders are offside at the St. Louis blue line. Blues trailing 3-2. We pause 5 seconds for station identification. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
In the heat of the night, weeknights at 11 on St. Louis 11.
And of course, the man that's at the top of the individual scoring list in the NHL, a fellow named Gretzky, with 108 points. And of course, Fedorov second with 98 going into tonight. So he's at 101 now.
And how about Wayne Gretzky, just 5 goals short of eclipsing the record set by Gordie Hall for most goals in a career.
In the NHL.
In the NHL, that's true.
And what Gordie played another career in the other league, didn't he?
He sure did.
I don't think Wayne really wants to break that record.
No.
The Islanders shoot the puck in. And Duchesne back. 3.5 minutes to go. Blues need a goal. Right wing pass. Miller, great job to take it around McInnes, then stood up by Kasparaitis. And the Islanders clear the puck out. Brown gets it ahead to Montgomery. Oh, Miller drills Kasparaitis, and there'll be a penalty. Kasparaitis down and dazed. Miller got him back. time for the Blues as they are down by a goal with 3:16 remaining. Hall questioning Andy Van Hellemond, who says he got his stick up.
Well, the initial hit, Miller really gets rocked by Kasparaitis, and that's just a great body check, a right shoulder, and then they'll come back together after the puck leaves the zone, and Miller gets his stick up. Kasparaitis does a good job of taking a dive, but Miller did have his stick up on the play. Kasparaitis played it perfectly. He saw that stick up, he said, I'm going down no matter how hard he hits me, and then he stayed down as well, and Van Hellemond makes the call.
That looked a lot like Derek King's early first period cross-check of the Blues player that was ruled a clean check. But here, of course, we were in a retaliation situation.
That's right. I don't think that Miller's cross-check was as vicious as Derek King's cross-check in the first period, where he just clearly got Prokhorov with the stick, knocked him to the ice. This was, even though Miller got his stick up, their bodies still came together. And as I mentioned, Kasparaitis had this plan in mind as he saw that stick coming up. He said, I'm going down all the way. It's a good play by Kasparaitis, and the Blues are in a tough position.
Kasparaitis gets under the skin of a lot of players. 16:44, Miller for high sticking. Herkus and Hall have scored for the Blues. Thomas 2, both power play goals for the Islanders. Turgeon has the other. Now the Islanders with a man advantage. They're 2 for 5 on the power play. Turgeon skates in, flips the puck around behind the Blues net. Here's Thomas. On with King and Turgeon. Kerber's at the left point. Malakoff at the right point. A battle along the boards in the Blues end. Blues doing a good job. Get the puck and they'll clear it the length of the ice. Time. A huge factor here. Down to 2:43 to go. And the Blues shorthanded, trailing it 3-2. They've played a good, strong game tonight here in New York, rounding out a 4-game road trip. Pass to Thomas. He has to stop. Feed back to the red line to Malakoff. Maybe the Blues can get another shorthanded goal. To Kerber's, back to Malakoff. Islanders in their own zone. 2:25 remaining. Up to King, now to Kerber's, back to King, into the Blues zone. Long shot, blocked by Barron. Here's Shanahan starting out 2-on-1 with Karamnov over the line in front to Karamnov. Oh, he can't get a shot. And behind the net, Karamnov slammed out. Oh, baby, Shanahan sent King to the end of Long Island. And here come the Islanders to center ice. King just now getting up. And the Islanders looking back, waiting for their teammate. King struggling to the bench. Now Malakoff works in. 35 seconds to go on the Islanders power play. A shot blocked and a pass from Brown, too far for Hall, and the puck to Hextall. Oh, did Shanahan throw a check. Now the Islanders back in over the line, left wing, turns on a boomer, and a save by Joseph. And the Blues get the puck. Crossman to Duchesne at center ice. He can't get around Turgeon. A minute and a half to go in the third period. Islanders at center ice. Vasquez shoots the puck in. Blues are changing. Duchesne gives it away in front to Hogue. He shoots and scores. Flatley sets up Benoit Hogue. A power play goal with a minute 21 to go in the third. And the Islanders lead the Blues 4-2.
Steve Duchesne handled the puck in his own end. He just tried to clear it up on the boards. Flatley will end up picking it up. Duchesne, who had some pressure, actually handled the puck in his own end. He just tried to clear it up on the boards. Flatley will end up picking it up. Duchesne, who had some pressure, actually kind of overskated the puck as Ferraro was in on him closely. Flatley picked it up to the right side, a quick pass to the left side across the net, and there was Benoit Hogue to finish things off. Curtis Joseph, no chance on the perfect setup by Pat Flatley.
So the Islanders, big story tonight. They have gone 3 for 6 on the power play. The Blues 0 for 5. And the failure of the Blues power play on this road trip has been really the overriding story. Now the Islanders shoot the puck in. A minute 8 to go. Blues work to center ice. Down by 2. Back at full strength. Over the line, Karamnov to Herkus, who sends the puck behind the New York net. Hextall can't clear. Karamnov with a puck. Knocked down by LaChance. Blues center. And a backhander by Barron wide. Barron in the corner. Now Karamnov has a bad ankle. He was hurt on the check. He limps to the bench. Islanders Hogue through center ice. Over the blue line. Checked and Herkus gets the puck. That power play goal at 18:39. Hogue is 28 from Flatley. Now the Islanders Hogue with a puck again to the blue line. Long shot. And it's off the chest and caught by Joseph. Blues down to 31 seconds remaining. Here comes Montgomery working in over the line to Shanahan. A shot that deflects to the goal. The save made. Montgomery centers. Here's Tilley with a bouncing puck. Sends it towards the goal. Knocked down. Vasky clears it out. Brought back in offside by Steve Duchesne. We're down to 14 and 4/10 seconds remaining here in period 3, and the Blues trailing the Islanders 4-2. Fans, every Wednesday, the Post-Dispatch brings you inside hockey with a look at the ex-Blues Player of the Week and a recap of memorable quotes from around the NHL. And you'll want to read all about the 2-goal performance by Steve Thomas tonight in tomorrow's Post-Dispatch. Stay on top of your game with the Post. Action resumes. Islanders shoot the puck in. 3 seconds to go. The Islanders have won 3 in a row. The Islanders beat the Blues tonight. Al Arbor's team has won 3 in a row, 8 of its last 11 as they bid for a playoff spot in the NHL's Eastern Conference. So the Blues undefeated here in their last 5 games at the Nassau Coliseum. 4 wins and a tie. Drop 1 tonight as they lose by a score of 4-2. But I thought, Joe, that for the wrap-up game of a trip that's been tough except for an 11-1 win in Ottawa, that this was a very, very strong performance tonight by the Blues.
I go back to the meeting that Bob Berry had with this team this morning, emphasizing the fact that he didn't want any turnovers in the neutral zone. He wanted the players to keep skating, move the feet, and that's what they did. They played a good game tonight. They could have, if they would have had a couple of breaks in the second period, again, we talk about the Post, they could have won this game. It was a well-played game by both teams.
Power play hurt them, and of course they did not again have Craig Janney. The final here at the Nassau Coliseum, the New York Islanders 4, the St. Louis Blues 2. We'll return to New York in a moment. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
You want to talk about a great pizza?
It's from Domino's.
And it's thin.
We're talking thin.
It's crispy, crackly.
Totally crunchy.
Hey, check this out. The pieces are square. Square?
It's called...
Welcome back to the Nassau Coliseum, Long Island, New York, where tonight the Islanders defeat the Blues by a score of 4-2. Third period summary. Steve Thomas's second goal of the game, a power play goal at 10:34, proved to be very key. Turgeon and Malakoff assisting. Hull scored a shorthanded goal on a breakaway and a nice feed from Jim Montgomery at 12:47 to cut the Islanders' lead to 1. And then Hogue scored his 28th power play goal from Flatley at 18:39 to round out the scoring. The Blues were outshot 14-3 in the third period, outshot 36-24 on the night. The period summary brought to you by your neighborhood Hardee's restaurants, the St. Louis team for crispy, juicy fried chicken. Ken Wilson and Joe Micheletti welcoming you back. I know 3 shots in the third period. People have got to be saying, well, what do you mean the Blues played well? Well, again, you can count posts, you can count missed opportunities. I know in the third period, if they had only 3 shots early, Karamnov had the great chance, stopped by Hextall. Hull had a goal. And I remember more scoring chances than just 1 shot on goal.
Yeah, and again, shots aren't always indicative of the way the game has been played. And tonight, again, I thought they played a good third period, had some chances. The Islanders, once they took the 2-goal lead, they tried to go in that defensive type shell, have players back. The Blues had to fight back or fight through some of those checks, but they did a good job. It was a well-played game.
You know, I'm not saying this to criticize the Blues or the Blues players, but rather to point out the loss of Craig Janney. And again, I'm not making excuses. The Blues aren't losing because of injuries, because every team has them. But I just want to recognize from watching these 4 games on the road just what an asset Craig Janney is, not only on the power play, but especially you notice his absence on the power play.
We get spoiled by watching Craig Janney. When was the last time we've seen a pass come from the corner or the side of the net quickly off the stick to Brett Hull in the slot for a goal, or to Shanahan in the slot? That's not happening when Craig Janney is not there. The only other right-handed center really that has the opportunity or the good hands that can be a playmaker is Jim Montgomery, and he's a right-handed shot. He's got to do it from the other side of the net. Hull being a right-handed shot, Shanahan being a right-handed shot, they're not in a position to get the shot off from that side.
Yeah, Ted Sater made, I thought, a very good point before the game. He says, not only do we miss Janney making that good pass from the near right-wing boards or the far boards in other periods, but he says we miss that follow-up pass on the rebound or when the shot goes wide. He's always there quickly to get the puck back in front. But hopefully he'll be back soon.
Hopefully.
Now, Brett Hull scored his 400th career goal here tonight in the third period.
And shorthanded, a great pass from Jim Montgomery. Hull just takes off, anticipates one of his teammates getting the puck, and then Hull just skates in on Hextall, head up, sees the room between the legs. Boy, he goes right through the legs, his 400th career goal. He does it in 520 games. The NHL record, 400 goals in 506 games. That was done by Mike Bossy, a guy that scored a few right here in this building.
Let's turn to our Budweiser 3 stars.
The number 3 star tonight goes to the Islander goaltender Ron Hextall. The number 2 star, Brett Hull, with his 400th career goal. And the number 1 star of the night, Steve Thomas, 2 goals for the Islanders.
When this evening began, we talked about a great matchup of goaltenders, Curtis Joseph and Ron Hextall. I guess by the nature of the fact that Hextall is a 3-star, one of the 3 stars, he gets the nod in that battle, but still interesting to see 2 great goaltenders come together.
Yeah, it really was a classic battle, especially early in the first period when both goaltenders, and the game seemed to open up a little bit, didn't it? It was tight for a while, then it opened up, and there was a lot of back and forth action, and both goaltenders were tested, and again, they showed why they are 2 of the top goaltenders in the league.
And Bruce and Rick, I think up here we felt it was a very entertaining game.
I don't think there's any question about that, Ken. I thought it was a very good hockey game, and again, the special teams, as we've talked about so much, really hurt the Blues tonight. I guess overall, as you look at this game, again, I thought they finished the road trip very well, playing the way they did tonight. A break here, a break there could have meant the difference.
It really could have. They had a strong game tonight. I thought they all played very well, and one of the standouts, I think, on this team tonight was Murray Barron. I thought Murray had a tremendous game. But you're right, and you look about the penalty killers who were so good all year coming into this road trip. I think they're in the top 5. And they come in tonight, and you look at the guys that got to kill in penalties now, Brett Hull, Brendan Shanahan, those guys. So they're looking for goals. But, the power play just didn't do it.
Yeah, you look at this road trip and throw out the Ottawa game, and the Blues were 0 for 18 on the power play in the other 3 games. Maybe you should talk to Murray Barron more often in between periods.
I think so. We talked about that stat, 9-4-1 when he gets a point. It didn't happen tonight, but he had a strong game.
He had a real strong game. Well, we're going to take a look at the Bud play of the game, and the Blues were trailing 2-1 going into the 3rd period. And as we talked about, the power play killed them. What a pretty goal here by Steve Thomas.
It really was. They moved the puck so well. Makarov throws it back in here to Turgeon. If you watch Thomas, he moves out away from the net to get away from the defenseman, waits for Curtis to go down, and puts the puck above him and to the top of the net. And it was a good play all around. They moved the puck well, and Thomas made a great play to get out from away from the net.
Yeah, he really did, and I think Curtis may have thought that Turgeon was going to take the shot himself, and that's our Budweiser play of the game. Well, the Blues go home for 1 and then back on the road for a couple in Toronto and Montreal. Vancouver Canucks come in, and what would you expect from them?
Well, I think it's going to be a physical hockey game. There's no question about it. And every time they play Vancouver, it's always a good game. There's no question. But they have to get back home and get on some familiar territory and win that game. It's an important game for them.
Is Craig Janney the answer for the power play? Can he make that big a difference?
I think he does. And, as Joe said earlier, he's a left-handed shot. And coming out of that corner and setting Brett up, who's a right-handed shot, it's easier for him to get the thing off as quick as possible. If you have to set up on the other side, you're going to need a left shot in the middle, and you don't have a guy with a left shot that can score goals like Brett Hull.
Well, I thought a lot of positives came out of this game. No 2 points, obviously, with the loss, but a lot of positives, and hopefully the Blues can take that into Thursday's game against Vancouver. Back upstairs to Ken and Joe.
All right, thanks, fellas. Let's go to our Budweiser scoreboard. Late in Detroit in the 3rd, the Wings leading Calgary 4-2. Scotty Bowman's team trying to move into sole possession of first place in the Central Division ahead of Toronto. And Detroit has a hat trick tonight from Sergei Fedorov. Tampa Bay late in the 3rd in Washington, leading the Capitals 4-2. Later on, Edmonton will play at Vancouver. That's the story on our Budweiser scoreboard. Well, that's the story tonight here at the Nassau Coliseum, Long Island, New York, as the Blues take on the Islanders for the first time this season and come out on the short end. Our thanks to our producer, Tom McLaughlin, for Joe Micheletti, Bruce Affleck, and Rick Mahar. This is Ken Wilson. Thanks for joining us tonight in New York. Once again, the final score, the New York Islanders 4 and the St. Louis Blues 2. St. Louis Blues hockey has been a presentation of Bud Sports through the facilities of KPLR TV and KMOX Radio. Our next telecast here on KPLR TV, St. Louis 11, next Monday night, March the 7th. The Blues will be at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto next Monday night to meet the Maple Leafs, and we hope you'll join us. That's our next telecast that begins next Monday night at 6:30. Blues Hockey has been brought to you by the Michelob family of beers, because some days are better than others. Your Missouri, Illinois, Lincoln Mercury dealers. McDonald's Restaurants, your place for extra value meals. Fly south.
A lot of times you can get called for holding. That's exactly what Marty McGinnis does. He pulls down Rick Zombo behind the net, and Andy Van Hellemond was in the corner. He just saw that big right arm of McGinnis come up in the air and all the way around and grab the right arm of Rick Zombo. Zombo went down. Van Hellemond makes a call, and the Blues, again, a chance to tie this game by the end of the second period as they go on the power play.
19-12, 2 for holding. The Blues 0 for 4 on the power play. 50 straight opposition power plays killed off in a row here by the Islanders are at home. That's not something the Blues want to hear about. Here's Hull out of his own end. He tries to fire the puck in, and it goes off of Flatley and well into this crowd, which is less than capacity here in Long Island tonight.
Ken, because it's our job to take the positive out of everything we can, the odds are getting better in the Blues' favor that they're going to score.
I agree with you. I know statistically the mathematicians will tell us that's not true, but I always have believed that when something like this goes on and on, 0 for something, that the odds are in your favor.
I think so.
Sure, we're going to say that anyway.
They're going to get one here by the end of the period.
35 seconds to go in the second period. Blues trail it 2-1. Acton wins the draw, and Kerber shoots the puck into the Blues zone. Joseph back behind the net, gives it to Duchesne. He'll turn away, checked by Acton, flips the puck past Brown to Shanahan. 21 seconds to go in the period. Here's Duchesne out in front of his net. Now around Turgeon, up to the red line. Left wing pass, but Shanahan had to stop, or he would have been offside. Malikoff gets the puck, blasts it, and it's deflected past the Blues. Brown, the length of the ice. That's going to do it. 2 seconds to go in the period. Brown, a long shot right on. The save by Hextall, and that is the end of the second period. The penalty to Marty McGinnis, of course, will carry over into period number 3. Well, the Blues came back after getting down 2-0. Had a good second period. They scored the only goal at 10:26. Number 6 on the season for Tony Herkis from Dave Mackey and Murray Barron. Turgeon and Thomas scored in the first period for New York after 40 minutes. In New York, the Islanders 2 and the Blues 1. Coming up in this intermission, Rick Mahar is going to chat with the quiet man, who I thought had a very, very good second period, Murray Barron. Stay tuned for that. This is St. Louis Blues Hockey.
This is the ingenious idea behind the new Mercury Cougar. Its interior is designed to wrap around you, to put everything within easy reach.
Including this, a great low price. And now Mercury Cougar's all-new wraparound interior offers standard dual airbag protection and more standard features than before.
So wrap yourself in a new Mercury Cougar. You'll find the attraction is purely physical. At your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
Now you can get our new cellular safety package for just $19.95 a month, including a free Motorola phone. Call Southwestern Bell Mobile Systems or an authorized agent.
A startling proposal heads for New Orleans. A hard-fought contract is Chicago-bound. 3 sets of contact lenses are expected in Tampa by tomorrow morning. Express mail from the Postal Service will get them there, overnight, guaranteed, from just $9.95. Every day, overnight, we deliver for you.
At AutoZone, most of our customers are the kind of people who like to work on their cars themselves. That way they save money, and they know the work's done right. Of course, when they come to AutoZone, they know they're going to find the right part for the right price. But sometimes, what they're looking for is just a little advice. And that's okay, because we don't put a price tag on it. You see, at AutoZone, We take pride in taking care of our customers, and we've learned that when you treat folks right, they keep coming back.
Corporate mortgage services on buying authority. At CMS, we believe knowledge is power. Knowing your mortgage is pre-approved before you shop gives you buying authority. Introducing the CMS Buyer's Authority Card, the mortgage credit card that says your loan's pre-approved. Experience power as a cash buyer. The Buyer's Authority Card. Corporate Mortgage Services, CMS, where the American